It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log.
Class of 2012 who have gathered for our commencement exercises today. We are all proud of our graduates. They have completed a rigorous course of study and formation in the values of the gospel under the mentorship of excellent teachers that I believe prepare them exceptionally well for college and indeed for life. And to all of our graduates, I want you to know how proud we are of you and that you are alumni in whom we will take great pride. Joining me on stage today, Todd Orlando, our principal, Bishop Estevez, Mrs. Pat Ronster, the superintendent of schools for our diocese, Robert West, our Vice Principal, Mr. Tony Jenkins, our guest speaker today, Anthony Peretti, the President of our Advisory School Board, and Mary DeSalvo, our Vice Principal. Bishop Estevez, it is my usual honor each year to welcome our Bishop to our commencement exercises, but this year it's my special honor to welcome you to your first Bishop Kenny High School graduation. Each year at the Chrism Mass, the Bishop invites all of the faithful who have gathered to pray for him, so that he might remain faithful to the apostolic office that has been entrusted to him, and that he might be a living and more perfect image among the faithful of Christ, the priest, good shepherd, teacher, and servant of all. Bishop Estevez, how fortunate we at Bishop Kenny are, indeed how fortunate all of us in the diocese are to have you as our shepherd, and to have you watch over us, guide us, and lead us always in the ways of Christ. Bishop Estevez, welcome to our commencement exercises. May I ask you to open with prayer.
I must say that I have wonderful memories of Bishop Kenny's high school. When I first came last June, I came to the chapel to pray for you all. But soon after, the security officer came to ask me to move away. So I am very glad to move in today. The Lord be with you. Lord, on this eve of Pentecost, we ask the Spirit to come to us, to abide in us, to give us His wonderful gifts and His wonderful fruits, so that we may all grow closer to Jesus Christ and His truth and His gospel, and that we may all grow closer to His Heavenly Father, the Eternal Father. And we ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
And most certainly the life of a parent. 4 years of secondary education have been completed, and you're on your way to college and the future. It has been my experience that each graduating class has its own unique personality, and you can almost predict what that personality is going to be very early in the game. From the very beginning, the class of 2012 has been a pleasure to work with. Both individually and as a class, you have been exceptional role models, you're well-behaved, polite, respectful, and always think of others first. During the school year, I received compliments on how well-behaved and polite you were at various activities, and most recently from a bus driver for Grad Bash and the staff at the Ocean Breeze Conference Center on Mayport Naval Base for the prom. I was proud of your exemplary behavior and grateful that you represented yourselves, your families, and your schools so well. What fun it is to watch you unite as a class. As juniors, you made a statement at the spring pep rally. I think it had something to do with newspapers. And as seniors, you made the biggest impact that I can ever remember at a pep rally with your senior class spirit sticks and your flash mob dance and cheer. You are a cohesive group that really pulls it together when you want to get something done. You contributed to our school community, and in so many ways we are grateful that you are leaving your legacy. A class gift, which is an AED, an automated external defibrillator, which is located at the track. You've achieved in all areas and are to be commended on your talents and accomplishments in the classroom, on the stage, at the myriad of competitions from forensics, drama, robotics, math, science, art, and brain brawl, as well as on the track, athletic fields, and in the gym. Again, you're leaving your legacy. Graduates, I commend you for your hard work. Thank you for your contributions to Bishop Kenny High School, and congratulate you on this important occasion. The Bishop Kenny community is fortunate and blessed to have the leadership and support of the person seated on stage. Our quality of education and impressive environment is due to the intellect and wisdom of these dedicated stewards. On behalf of all of you, I express our profound gratitude to each of them. Please join me in recognizing the people who have worked so diligently for the past 4 years preparing you for college and for life. The members of our distinguished faculty. If you could please stand. Welcoming you today on behalf of the class of 2012 is Patrick Doyle, salutatorian.
Bishop Esteves, Father Hooley, Mrs. Bronster, Mr. Orlando, administrators, faculty, graduates, and guests. On behalf of the graduating class of 2012, welcome. I'm honored to have the privilege of speaking before you on this special day. Fellow classmates, we represent a momentous achievement for Bishop Kinney as the 60th graduating class from this prestigious school. Throughout its history, Bishop Kinney High School has provided a culture of faith, personal enrichment, and high academic standards. This class certainly has carried on this rich tradition of excellence. At the beginning of our senior year, the Carla Harris Performing Arts Center was dedicated and blessed. This class had the honor of assisting in the furnishing of the Arts Center while also donating $3,600. Being a class focused on sports and the well-being of others, we also donated an automated external defibrillator, which dramatically improves the chance of survival in case of cardiac arrest. As a community centered on faith, our class also has a record number of 87 Eucharistic ministers, and even has the privilege to send our fellow classmate, John Armand, off to the seminary. The class of 2012 has displayed incredible talents in academics, athletics, and arts over the past 4 years, and I would like to share some of our accomplishments with you. We are proud to say that the ROTC program finished second overall in the National NJ ROTC Brain Ball competition. Also, we have a student who is qualified as a national quarterfinalist in oratory. In sports, our football team recorded a very impressive undefeated regular season. In track and field, a senior woman set the school record in the high jump. Sports such as volleyball, tennis, and baseball had excellent postseason performances, and both boys and girls cross country finished in the top 5 of the state meet. These excellent teams were made of many individuals who were champions both on and off the field. There are fellow classmates moving on to the collegiate level to play football, soccer, basketball, baseball, and tennis at colleges across the nation. In the arts, we are proud of our classmate who is qualified for the National Thespians Festival. The Bishop Kinney newspaper, The Shield, received a Campus and Community Coverage Award. All the wonderful achievements that have been made on and off the field never could have happened without the guidance from our Bishop Kinney teachers and coaches. As the late Andy Rooney from 60 Minutes once said, most of us end up with no more than 5 or 6 people who remember us. Teachers have thousands of people who remember them for the rest of their lives. Teachers and coaches, we would like to thank you for all the hard work you have done to prepare us for college and for life. So, fellow graduates, in the words of the great Dr. Seuss, congratulations. Today is your day. You are off to great places. You are off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction that you choose. With these last few moments together as a class, remember all the wonderful moments that we have together.
Proudly, I introduce the Bishop Kinney Chorus under the direction of Mrs. Terry Booth.
You never lose your sense of wonder. You never
Caroline Scheckenberg.
Good morning, Bishop Estevez, Father Dooley, Mrs. Bronzer, Mr. Orlando, administration, faculty, guests, and of course, the graduating class of 2012. American writer Kurt Vonnegut once claimed, "True terror is to wake up one morning and discover that your high school class is running the country." Mr. Vonnegut might have had a little bit of a point. We are, after all, the class that dumped 300 pink balloons into the senior hallway from the back of a U-Haul truck at the crack of dawn so that we could revel in the shocked yet smiling expressions of the school community and Principal Orlando, as he was the only one tall enough to reach those that floated to the ceiling. Despite our crazy antics, we should have little fear for the future, because as a class, we have surpassed numerous expectations with our witty humor, keen intelligence, and selfless generosity. We received $10.1 million in scholarships and logged over 70,000 hours of community service. When we boast that we aim to save the best for last as our class motto, we truly do go big in everything that we do. The experiences we have shared together as we wander through the Bishop Kenny halls will undoubtedly shape the kind of people we will become. Together, in our pursuit of a high school diploma, we transformed from wide-eyed freshmen with disproportionately large backpacks to the much better-looking, confident seniors who sit here today. Through the years, we ecstatically cheered on our crusaders, excelled individually in and out of the classroom, and laughed with each other and our teachers as we made fools of ourselves during pep rallies. We have all been granted an education, but what we will do with the freedom that comes with it is our intrinsic responsibility. For we do not exist for ourselves, but rather for each other's benefit. Pope John Paul II cautions us. Freedom consists not in doing what we like, but in having the right to do what we ought. As we go forward in life, we must not forget those who have established the first few rungs of our ladder to success. Let us not forget to thank our parents, who molded us into the individuals we are today, who bore with us as we made the transition from sticky-faced, crayon-eating preschoolers to the proud, big-hearted graduates with cardboard squares adorning our heads. Parents, we thank you in advance for the free food and warm beds you will provide us when we will soon be poor college students. As for our teachers, we thank you for kindling that spark of curiosity within us that enables us to yearn for both knowledge and intellectual and individual growth. Somehow, you have managed to good-naturedly accept our jokes and second semester senioritis, while also teaching us to forge our own paths to success, accepting nothing less than our best. Because of our parents, teachers, and each other, we will continue to yearn for the creative discovery that keeps the world going, churning that interminable cycle of achievement. George Bernard Shaw challenges us with these words. Some men see things as they are and ask why. Others dream things that never were and ask why not. Class of 2012, let's continue to be creative thinkers in a critical thinking world. Remember that if you want success, audacity is key. The point I'm trying to make here is be creative. And unlike Mr. Vonnegut, we will never be terrified of our class running the country. Don't let anyone force you to think a certain way. Think often, but think for yourself. Challenge the perspectives of those around you and challenge your own. Don't be afraid to fail, but when you do, pick yourself up and build a stronger bridge. You'll get across if you're not afraid of getting a little wet along the way. Class of 2012, keep this final thought in mind as you shift your tassels into yet undiscovered and boundless spheres of opportunity. artist inspires us. A number 2 pencil and a dream can take you anywhere.
Mr. Jenkins attended Assumption Catholic School and graduated from Bishop Kenny in 1975. He was a fierce competitor on the basketball court and baseball diamond. The 1975 Crusader basketball team went to the semifinals of the state tournament and lost by only 4 points. There are quite a few action photos of number 21 in the yearbook, which indicates to me that Mr. Jenkins was a good player. Coach Joe Pichardo confirmed that, but quickly shared that he is a fantastic person in all aspects of life. Coach said that Mr. Jenkins had a great sense of humor, was comfortable with people, and full of enthusiasm, and had many hours of community service, that he was a real class act. Mr. Jenkins continued his education at Morris Brown College in Atlanta, Georgia, and earned a Bachelor of Arts in Hospitality Management. His teachers sensed that he would excel in public relations and would be successful in life just as he was at Bishop Kenny. And successful he is. Mr. Jenkins is the market president for Central and Northwest Florida for Florida Blue, which is an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association. In his role as market president, Mr. Jenkins is instrumental in leading both of these regions in developing a business plan to increase and retain membership, enhance brand visibility, and coordinate employee engagement. Prior to Blue Cross Blue Shield of Florida, Mr. Jenkins served as Director of Diversity for CSX Corporation, the largest rail network in the eastern United States. Before joining CSX, Mr. Jenkins spent 18 years with the Walt Disney World Company in various management roles. His last 5 years at Disney were spent in the position of Manager of Diversity, where he was responsible for community outreach initiatives, diversity communication strategies, and the design of internal cultural awareness programs. Mr. Jenkins resides in Orlando and is very active in that community. He is the board chairman for the United Arts of Central Florida and the Florida Institute for Community Studies. He currently serves on the boards of the Central Florida Partnership, Orlando Economic Development Commission, and Florida Citrus Sports. The Orlando Business Journal recently recognized him as one of Central Florida's top 10 businessmen to watch. Relaxation to Mr. Jenkins means going to the beach, doing Bikram yoga, and because he managed restaurants at Walt Disney World for over 10 years, he enjoys dining out and trying new restaurants. It is my pleasure to present our distinguished alumnus and guest speaker, Mr. Tony Jenkins.
Wow, thank you. I wish my mother could hear all of those nice things. Good morning, Bishop. Students, parents, teachers, administrators. Also, let's not forget about grandparents, relatives, other friends and supporters of these graduating seniors for achieving this major accomplishment in your life today. Students, we are all very proud of you this morning as you continue your journey in this exciting, adventurous, and ever-changing world that we live in. My message today will not focus on the regular cliches I've heard over and over again at ceremonies like this, and you've probably heard it as well. You can change the world, be the best. If you believe it, you can achieve it. No, I won't say those things because as a Bishop Kenny graduate, these are natural outcomes due to the environment that you've been in during your time at Bishop Kenny. No, my message to you this morning is for each of you to stay passionate about life. Stay energized about each day. Just because someone may think that your goals may be a little strange, that's okay. It's not their dream or goal, it's yours. You are not a copy, but an original. There is only one you. Stick to your convictions, stick to your goals, stick to your plans. There is something deep down in each of us that the world needs and is waiting for. It's interesting, when I had a chance to speak to several seniors about a month ago, I was amazed at the maturity, confidence, and smart thoughtfulness of each student. And we've all heard the accomplishments that this class has achieved over the years, which really inspired me. I even heard about the banner that you all created for Episcopal High School during their time of need. We've heard about the defibrillator, also that you're leaving as a class gift to the school. And yes, I did hear about that flash mob also that you performed at the pep rally. The creativity in this class will no doubt live on. Personally, I get very excited about creativity, especially the technological advances that are taking place today in the world. I embrace them all. Yes, I have a BlackBerry, iPhone, iPad, Beats Pro earphones, Kindle. I can't get enough of it. My message to you today is that the world needs you. This country needs you. The state of Florida needs you, and the Jacksonville region needs you. We need your intelligence. We need your competitiveness. We need your imagination, and we need your service. You're graduating from a one-of-a-kind school that has prepared you well for the next phase. Utilize this creativity, talents, and skills to not become a copy of someone, but to make an individual impact. Don't only aspire to be the next Mark Zuckerberg, do more. 10 years ago, how many of us in this room ever heard of Facebook? I cringe sometimes when I hear people say, think out of the box. My comment always is, get rid of the box. There is no box. I even get frustrated when I hear people talking about wanting to be like the next big famous entertainer or athlete. Again, be yourself, don't be a copy, be an original. It's interesting, the definition of a copy is an imitation or a reproduction of the original. Each of you is prepared to achieve. Let me share with you one of my flaws. I get so excited about each day that sometimes it's hard for me to sleep at night. I wake up early, I look at the clock thinking, hurry up clock, come on, let's get this thing moving so I can get up, get started. People are always asking me, what's up with you? Things can't always be good in your life. A comment that I shared with a friend recently was, I've always welcomed problems as a permanent companion on my path of continuous learning and living. I've always created solutions to navigate the rough terrain and inevitable landmines. And all he said after that was, dude, you're strange. Anyway, graduates, I'll leave you with this, as I said before. Be passionate about life. A top CEO here in this country said that the two skills that he looks for when he's promoting managers is someone who is energetic and someone who has impeccable communication skills. And it's interesting that when we all think about communication, we think about just what's coming out of our mouths. Actually, 57% of communication is our body language. 38% of communication is the tone that we use. And I'll give a quick example about my mother because she's not here this morning and I can say this. I lived with her for 3 or 4 years, and every morning before I went to work, she would say to me, true story, she would say, did you take out the trash? Did you call the milkman? Did you fix your bed? Did you fix the heat in the room? Next morning I got up, same drill. Did you fix the TV? Did you call your aunt? This went on for 4 months. Finally, one morning I stopped and said, can you say anything nice or positive? Next morning we wake up. Did you take out the trash? Did you call your mom? Oh, and by the way, have a nice day. So she had the words right. Body language and tone was a little off. Effective communication is a trait that will absolutely take you far in life. Be yourself. Stick to your convictions. Harness the power of you. One of the great books I read once was, What Do People See When They See You Coming? You are a brand, protect your brand. Remember these 2 quotes as I finish up. You may have heard them before, but they're worth repeating. The late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, the greatest tragedy in our current social system is not the so-called noisiness of the bad people, but the appalling silence of the good people. And lastly, you must become the change you wish to see in the world. God bless.
Bishop Estevez and Father Hooley, the following candidates have completed the required course of study for secondary education outlined by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools and the Diocese of St. Augustine, and are entitled to receive a Bishop Kenny High School diploma. Mrs. DeSalvo, will you please call the names as I congratulate the graduates?
As I call the names, I ask that you acknowledge your graduate with simple applause only, so that each graduate and family may hear his or her name announced. After the last graduate receives a diploma, we will give all of the graduates a very well-deserved applause. Thank you for your cooperation. Caroline Anna Schechinger, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Patrick Francis Doyle, summa cum laude, salutatorian. Catherine Rose Walsh, summa cum laude, honored graduate. Gabriel Andres Aguilar, cum laude. Karina Maria Alcantara. Jade Janae Allen. Cassidy Lauren Alme Ramos, cum laude. Fadi Shukri Hannah Al-Sheikh. Jeffrey James Altamere. Travis Michael West Amberson. Ashley Lauren Anderson. Jacob Tyler Andring, magna cum laude. Jean-Armand Sabado Antolin, summa cum laude. Gabriel Joseph Arsenault. Rafi Era Martin. Brooke Elizabeth Asher, cum laude. Philip Tanner Azar. Christopher Vincent Asqui, magna cum laude. Michelle Elaine Bakari. Erin Catherine Bailey. Dara Danielle Bain, magna cum laude. Michael Peter Bajalia. Brian Graham Barley, cum laude. Christopher Michael Barr. Katrin Ishal Batye, summa cum laude. Christian Woodward Beal, magna cum laude. Anne Catherine Benitez, summa cum laude. Richard Brian Benitez. Alexandra Christine Beast, cum laude. Taylor Sable Rosite. Lee Edward Beaumar. Matthew J. Varela. Megan Elizabeth Bowen, cum laude. Nathan Gerard Boynton, magna cum laude. Emma Christine Brew, summa cum laude. Margaret Ellen Brigham, magna cum laude. Sarah Louise Bunnywith, summa cum laude. Kyle William Burke, cum laude. Stephen Allen Butler. Jeffrey Scott Butler Jr. Brittany Kayla Callahan, magna cum laude. Dylan Matthew Campbell, summa cum laude. John Robert Campbell III. Gabriella Margot Canis, summa cum laude. Alexander David Carrier, cum laude. Dylan Thomas Castro. April Rosemary Chevy, summa cum laude. Olivia Catherine Chesick. Gabrielle Marie Chestnut, magna cum laude. Ashley U. Cheeto, magna cum laude. Brandon A. Chin, magna cum laude. Justine Ann Christensen, summa cum laude. Bridget Elizabeth Clancy, magna cum laude. Nicholas Thomas Clayton. Nicole Cecilia Ann Collier. Michael Terry Collins Jr. Beatrice Alberta Coney, cum laude. Cassandra Alexis Cook, magna cum laude. Stephen William Cornelia Jr., cum laude. Christina Vanessa Corpus, summa cum laude. Kathleen Ann Corrigan, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Coster, magna cum laude. Daniel Ryan Cotto Figueroa. Victoria Nicole Covell. Andrew Brendan Cox. Michelle Renee Craddock, cum laude. Kyle Russell Crane, magna cum laude. Emily Nicole Chrisman, summa cum laude. Rachel Morgan Denise. Kathy Dow. Maria Margaret Darby. Bradley Michael Davis, magna cum laude. Edward B. Dawson III. Lee Hollingsworth Dean. Jan Edward Dela Cruz, summa cum laude. Francesca Isabel Delgadillo, magna cum laude. John Robert Demi. Daniel Lee Dempsey, cum laude. Adam Gabriel de Vera. Adam Min Huang Din, summa cum laude. Joseph James Dodd, Jr. Marilyn Grace Dolan. Caitlin Jennifer Marie Donner. Christine Karen Dorsey, summa cum laude. Faith Gabrielle Dosky, magna cum laude. Nicholas John Dragonetti. Stacy Ann Drilling, cum laude. Kyle Justin Dwayne. Samuel Martin Dunbar, magna cum laude. Hannah Monica Duncan. Brittany Marie Edwards. Mackenzie Elizabeth Edwards, magna cum laude. Nicholas Andrew Edwards. Carolyn Louise Elmore, summa cum laude. Len Knight English III, magna cum laude. Adam Christopher Ephraim. Michelle Elaine Fallis. Patrick Michael Fannin. Jessica Lauren Farah, cum laude. Alexandria Nahad Farman, summa cum laude. Quinn M. Phalo, magna cum laude. Luke Salazar Becker. Vincent Paul Federico, cum laude. Caitlin Suzanne Fickerson, cum laude. Samantha Shelby Vicon, magna cum laude. Alexander John Fisher. Darby Grace Flagler. Patrick Paul Mendoza Flores. Lane Lyon Fauché. Kelly Ann Frenette. William Henry Froelich. Daniel Louis Gabriel. Joanna Lucia Garcia. Catherine Mary Gardner, summa cum laude. Mitchell Fuad Gannon. Grant Wade Giles. Vincent Anthony Galino, magna cum laude. Alyssa Catherine Gonzalez, cum laude. Carla Guidi Azarola, magna cum laude. Benjamin Andrew Gashanish. Jacqueline Mary Gutman, magna cum laude. Ramiz Saad Haddad, magna cum laude. Jack Hanania. Lauren Amber Hanna, cum laude. Tori Dawn Harris, cum laude. Alyssa Anise Hawley, cum laude. Kelsey Joe Hayes. Patrick Holt Hayes. Erin Marie Hector, summa cum laude. Peter Leo Healy. Cody Christopher Henry. Elizabeth Herrera. Tiffany Brooke Harrington. Shizuka Hirota, magna cum laude. Alexandria Rose Hodgins. Ryan Lee Hodgins. Felicia Ann Huffner. Kevin Charles Hefner, Michael Chandler Holmes, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Howe, magna cum laude. Desmond Huff. Alberta Yamil Huffman. Catherine Elizabeth Meyer. Thomas Jeffrey Iglesias. Anna Casal Itura, summa cum laude. Patrick Livingston Ivy Jr. Desmond Terry Jackson Jr. Eric Earl Jackson Jr. Laura Hanami. Jonas Henry Jennings. Michael Kai Johnson. Christian Ryan Johnston, summa cum laude. Stephanie Lee Wrigley Jost, magna cum laude. Charles R. Al III, cum laude. John Edward Kaufman. Mark Jason. Michael Dean Kessler, summa cum laude. Kowalski, magna cum laude. Kurt Allen Cryer. Patricia Ann Elizabeth Labisco. Andrew Christian Lancaster. Caroline Allen Langley, cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Flanagan. Christina Marie Lascano. Emily Louise Leone, magna cum laude. Robert William Lester. Jamie Lynn Natalia, magna cum laude. William Gerald Lewis. Michael Joseph Ligori, magna cum laude. Christian Garosby Lillard. Florence Regina Livingston, cum laude. Connor Christopher Long. Paul Jonas Longenecker, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marie Blue, summa cum laude. Christian Ross Luckner. Chase Alexander Madden. Maggie Elizabeth McGuire, summa cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Ma, summa cum laude. Patrick Anthony Maher, summa cum laude. Yara Mahfouz. Victor Joseph Maldonado,
Hey.
Alyssa Justine Markowski, cum laude. Greg William Mosley. Jessica Elizabeth Matthews, summa cum laude. Trent Ryan Mayberry, cum laude. Miranda Eileen McCown, summa cum laude. Ashley McCrone, magna cum laude. Benjamin P. McGuire. Jalen Nicholas McKinnon. Kaylee Shannon McNulty, magna cum laude. Erica Julie Mead, cum laude. Alexander Emmanuel Melendez Gonzalez. Kayla Marie Michaels. Jamie Elizabeth Milan. Autumn Gabrielle Miller, summa cum laude. Akia Marquisha Mills. Tucker James Mills, cum laude. Allison Taylor Mixon. Charlton D. Moore. Hilario H. Morante Jr. Ryan James Morris. Kelsey Nadine Morris. Matthew Scott Morris, magna cum laude. Zachary Hunter Moss. Cameron David Mullaney, magna cum laude. Alexander James Musalem. Jeanette Rochelle Nadeau, magna cum laude. Joseph Frederick Nathan. III, cum laude. Jessica Marie Nasrallah, cum laude. Jason Kenneth Nelson. Tyler Curtis Nelson. Edward Julius Nessler IV. Rachel Magnolo Nisperos, magna cum laude. Jonathan Robert Nutter. Lauren Ann O'Brien, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ray Osee. Lindsay Suzanne Otterberg, summa cum laude. George Yorgo Palasides. Daniel Jose Palomo. Stephen George Parker. Travis Wayne Pate, summa cum laude. Constance May Patterson, cum laude. Sydney Rebecca Payton. Erin Mackenzie Pepper, cum laude. Cassidy Ann Pekino, summa cum laude. Alexandra Teresa Fife, magna cum laude. Courtney Ann Piper. Sean Anthony Richard Pixley. Danielle Kluge. Brooke Elizabeth Powell. Matthew Stephen Pritchard. Joshua John Kruka, cum laude. Joseph Michael Quinlan, cum laude. Dominique Simone Ramos, summa cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Rawson. Chelsea Nicole Reyes. Devin Lee Roden. Catherine Rose Rice, Hannah Sophia Rife, magna cum laude. Victoria Cindy Rivera. Julianne Marie Roche, magna cum laude. Jose Luis Rodriguez, cum laude. Amy Francesca Roldan. Victoria Adelaida Rosado. Haley Ellen Rose, summa cum laude. Madison Kyle Rose. Brianna Elizabeth Sad. Fadi N. Safar. Samantha Lee Safi, cum laude. Christopher Pierre Saliba, magna cum laude. Parker Nicholas Sanders. Christopher Thomas Sandoval. Catherine Spencer Sanford, cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Santa. Louis Max Matei Schneider. Sarah Ann Schrum, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Carol Schultz, cum laude. Christopher Jared Sebastian. Sarah Elizabeth Solander, magna cum laude. Emile Antoinette Marie Sewell, cum laude. Morgan Julia Shammy. Davis McLaurin Shaw. Emily Christine Shaw. Ian Anthony Schott, cum laude. Connor Joseph Sikora, magna cum laude. Alexander Philip Sikorsky, cum laude. Courtney LaShawn Sims. Susan Caroline Singer. Michael Patrick Cisbaro. Alexandria Page Sassine. Mitchell E.C. Scaff. Guy Alexander Smith, magna cum laude. Danielle Marie Smoten. Tucker Giddens Sutherland. Sierra Carol Spencer, cum laude. Joseph Thomas Stanley. Reed Sinclair Stapleton, magna cum laude. Dennis James Stoddard III. Andrew Patrick Strong, magna cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Sturgill. James Patrick Sullivan. Catherine Colleen Taggart, summa cum laude. Dorocha Edie Takach. Alexis Deanna Taylor. Gabriella Alexis Theologus. Julie Elizabeth Tiemann. Alexandra Lee Thompson, summa cum laude. Cole Rowan Thompson, cum laude. Chloe Missouri Thompson, summa cum laude. Albert Tyne III, magna cum laude. Michael James Raval Toledo. Amber Ann Toten. John Frederick Tucker, summa cum laude. Ray Elizabeth Van Zanten, cum laude. Cecil Anea Benuti. Elena Maria Vinci. David Franklin Wallace III. Nora Marie Wharton. Taylor Ann Waters. Michael Hogan Webb. Madison Scott Weiland. Corinne Nicole Rydell, summa cum laude. Sarah McKay Whiteman, magna cum laude. Samantha Willie, magna cum laude. Zachary James Williams, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann Williamson. Joseph Wiswell, magna cum laude. Robert William Wolford Jr., summa cum laude. Abigail Camille Walls, summa cum laude. Alexander Mathis Womack. Rachel Elizabeth Yastia, magna cum laude. Mike Avdoyashi, cum laude. Alexandra Nicole Young, cum laude. Alyssa Marie Uvienko, summa cum laude.